Right, I'm basically recording some videos. I've got a couple to upload because I haven't uploaded them yet, but I want to do a few more videos because basically I have some more ideas for what I can talk about. And the first one, at least four anyway, and I thought the first one would be because it was inspired by I watched a video about somebody talking about an iPod and things like that. And I thought, yes, I don't think I've ever talked much about my iPod, and that I basically have an iPod Classic. Now, I have to have one of them because they are the best. I'm sorry to anybody who wants to get upgraded with iPods, but they piss me off now because they don't do an iPod that I basically want. And the reason for that is because I want an iPod that stores about 30,000 or 60,000 tracks on it, and new iPods don't do that, sadly. They no longer make the iPod Classics anymore. They got deleted, so when mine packed up, I had to basically buy an old iPod. It was really a used one, so that's what I basically have, and I love it. And I wanted to talk about a little bit about what my iPod is. What do I do with my iPod? Well, basically, it's something that I love to use when I go out, and I don't know how people I don't know what people do with their iPod, about how they store their music on there, but I'm a bit peculiar. I mean, some people might just whack a CD on it and say, there you go. I pretty much make playlists. I am basically a playlist man. I will create playlists on absolutely everything, and they all vary in sizes. So, when people would basically get my iPod, they might say, right, I'm going to go through my iPod, and might say, what music does he like? They can scroll through the iPod, they can find out the artists and music things. But really, they can go through the playlist from obviously the top to the bottom. All numbered playlists are at the top. So if it was something like a 60s party, it would be at the top, and it would go down to say something like whether it's say 2015 greatest hits. And then you get and then it goes down to the ones that begin with A, B, C, D, and so on. So you get the idea. That's what I basically do. I create playlists like that. So every year I've been doing it since about 2007, 2008. I've been doing a playlist every year, which is the greatest hits of the year. My personal songs, not necessarily loads of them, because I'm not going to sit here and say I've got 200, 300, 400 songs that I've heard all year that I love, but it's a fair few, so you get probably about 100 songs in a playlist, all from 2015, that I love. And they can be well known, but they don't have to be. So it's a various selection of songs that I love, and I put them into a playlist. They go alphabetically, so if it was a song like Shut Up and Dance, it would begin with S. So it'd be in the S. So we all know that Heartbeat song by Kelly Clarkson would come before that. I do that. So that's one. And other plays I have, like 60 Party, I do that as well. And I put them into alphabetical order, so all the songs go in there. I have pretty much plays on all kinds of things, like answer songs that are basically answer songs. So I don't do the original song like Tell Her I Love Her. I'd rather do the answer song, Tell Tommy I Miss Him, that kind of thing. I have playlists like football songs, relating to things that are connected to football, particularly whether it's kind of Woody Paris by Dario G, or whether it's things like England football songs. I do that. I have plays on anything, and artist playlists, they vary, because sometimes I'll only do like the one album. There might be one Paul Oakenfold album, so that goes into a place as Paul Oakenfold itself. But there are people like Deacon Blue where I want to put all their songs on my iPod, and I have them all put in there, and they either go by alphabetically order, or I do it by when they were actually released. So the first album, Deacon Blue, will go there, all the B-sides and things connected to that album will go after it, and then it's the next album, and so on. I have my ways of doing it. I make playlists like that, basically, and I have tons of them. I have probably 200, 300, 400 what plays on my iPod. And there's a lot of music and that, and it's something I like to do, because when I go out, I've got a lot of music I can basically play. So, and it's all kinds of music because I like all kinds of music. So, as I said, you know, it's very weird the way in which my iPod can be basically put up. For instance, if I look at some plays here, I've got like 350 songs in my Die Toten Hosen playlist, a German punk band, and then the next one comes up, Dirty Dancing. It's like the soundtrack to Dirty Dancing. It's only got 14 songs in it though, so it's a bit shorter. And then I've got like Disco Classic, Disco Party, Disney Songs, Dixie Chicks, Donny Monroe, Donny Osmond, Donny Run, Doo-Wop, Doo-Wop Classic, The Drifters, Drive Time, Drum and Bass, Dubstep. You know, going back to things like Derek Ryan, that is just only a proportion of what I've got on my iPod. Only in the letter D. And they vary in size as to what I like. And that's what I love. I love my iPod. I love doing playlists for them. And I do make special playlists also based on radio ideas, where all the songs go in alphabetical order, obviously. And I use these for long trips. So when I go on a long trip, that might be for a couple of hours there and back, and it could be that I'm out most of the day. I would use this, and they are songs to make you feel good. So it's mostly songs from the 80s, 90s, and today's music, based on radio stations' ideas. So it's a bit like if you listen to Heart Radio or something like that. Not necessarily exactly like Heart, but it would be my own version. So I would put songs in there that I think, if you were to listen to this radio station and they played 80s to current music, this is what could be in it, this is what could be played. Although it is based on songs I like, and it's based on the fact that they go from A to Z. So I could be using a song like Angel Street by M People. It could be on that playlist alongside things like Amaze by Lone Star, or I'm Gonna Be My Girl by Jet, or it could be All of Me by John Legend. Whatever. Examples. Again, I do hit mix. I do the same thing with hit mix, but that's more modern music. So it's songs from say 2000 onwards. A Radio 1 type playlist. Again, same thing. A to Z. These playlists tend to have something like 100. They usually have up to 150, right up to 200 or so tracks in it, because they are longer. So I know that I can play it all when I go out. I do one for golden hits, which is pretty much predominantly 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and a little bit of 90s. Then I have an adult one, which is basically adult hits, and that's mostly 60s to current music, aimed at the sort of adult person, you know, adult contemporary type. And I do this all the time, and I always make new ones of these, so I don't always have the same one all the time. They get updated, so I do about 3 or 4 of these a year. So I've got different ones all the time to play, and that's what I like. So just a little bit of an idea of what my iPod is all about, how I do it. I put all my songs onto iTunes, and then my playlists are stored onto there, and then basically I can whack them into my iPod. So I have playlists on my iTunes as well, and I can fiddle around with them every so often if need to be, or add maybe a few more songs in there, because some playlists might only at the current time have say 10 songs in it. So I might be looking at a playlist and thinking I've only got 10 songs representing jazz. I often want more, try and put about 50 in there. So when I get more jazz songs that I like, I can say right, make it up to 50, and then that'll be stopped. And if I want to make any more new playlists, if I think of them, like I might be sitting down one day and I might think, oh, I've got an idea for a place. What about music that represents, say, maybe I want to do a country. Maybe I want to do Spanish songs, and I'll sit there and I'll think about some Spanish songs that I might like, and I might think, yeah, why not put it in there. But yeah, so that's just an idea of my iPod, the way I work it, and what I like to do, and all the different playlists that I have. So people, and some songs do come into multiple playlists. You know, they're not just going to go to one playlist. So if I do a song that might be a soul record like Foundation Build Me Up, it might go into my Golden Hits playlist, it might go into my 60 Party playlist, it might end up going into another playlist, who knows? It's what I feel, in the same way that some of the modern music does as well. So I might have a song like Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon go into my Hit Mix playlist as well as my 2015 playlist. I might do another playlist and think it'll go in there as well. So that's it. Anyway, keep watching because I've got more videos to come very soon. Bye for now.